Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for December 1st. Kind of hard to believe it's December 1st already. Looking at the US-Japanese yen pair, this pair closed up during this last session, did create an inside bar. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 78.14, possibly as low as 77.16. Look for some resistance around 78.00 and look for some support around 77.15. Now the Euro-USD pair, this pair closed up as well. Look for it to potentially go as high as 136.03, possibly as low as 133.19. Look for some resistance around 135.25 and look for some support around 132.15. Now the pound-US dollar pair, this pair closed down during this last session. Look for it to potentially go up and hit some resistance around 157.75. Possibly moving down and hitting support around 155.50. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed up during this last session. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 0.9331, possibly as low as 0.8973. Look for some resistance around 0.9250 and look for some support around 0.9050. Okay, well that about wraps that part up. Okay, now tomorrow we have a couple of news announcements. We have the Eurozone releasing their producer price index for October at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus on that is that it's dropped a little bit from 5.8% down to 5.6%. We also have the Canadians releasing their unemployment rate for November at 7 a.m. Eastern. Consensus is that it's held at 7.3%. Now, the net change in employment for November is showing a little bit of an increase from a negative 54K up to 17.5K, which would be good news for the Canadian dollar if it does move up to that point. Now, we also have the U.S. non-farm payroll being released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. For November, consensus on that one is that it has moved from 80K up to 120K. So definitely keep an eye on the unemployment rates. They definitely can move the market. Now, what am I looking for during this next session? Well, all four major pairs created an inside bar during this last session, which has me thinking that most likely we're going to see some breakouts tomorrow. Maybe not on all of them, but at least on some of them. Let's take a look at this here in the US Swiss. Almost broke it to the downside today. Didn't quite get there. So if we do get a breakdown of that, we have a nice area of previous resistance and support there that we can look at. Basically on this one, looking for it to drop down, shorting around the 0.9063 mark, and exiting about 35 pips later around 90.28. Now the US-Japanese yen pair, don't think we're going to get an upside move, at least potentially I guess we could. Good distance from either one. If you look to grab something to the upside, look to grab from 78.14 up to 78.27. Not a huge range there, but nonetheless definitely room for pips. To grab some pips. Now, to the downside, we got about 10 pips, 14 pips, around 77.28 down to 77.14. Euro-USD pair really is going to depend on the news that comes out. Seems like it changes daily as to whether it's going up or down. But nonetheless, looking to buy around 135.33. Looking to exit at 135.68. So roughly about 30 pips there. Well, that about wraps us up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.